welcome to Crypto News Australia with me, Bianca McIntyre. In the chair today, we've got Stephen Rowlison, the founder and CEO of BBILLER. Welcome.
Thank you very much, Bianca.
Well, tell me, Stephen, what is BBILLER and what is your involvement in it?
Well, over the last 37 years, I've been designing software.
Okay, awesome.
5 years ago, I designed the world's first Bitcoin ATM, and I've been advising a number of companies on how to apply blockchain to solve real-world business problems. Also an advisor to the IIB Council in Malaysia, and have the last year been developing a solution to solve the inefficiencies in the supply chain process.
Okay, that's really interesting. So what are the main features of the BBILLER platform?
Well, the main feature of the BBILLER platform is to bring the supplier and customer together in a single platform and enable them to collaborate without the need of intermediaries such as banks.
Okay. And you mentioned that you use BBILLER to solve problems in a real-world situation. How do you go about doing that in the supply chain, did you say?
One of the major problems that people face when wanting to facilitate payments and exchange information is they rely on centralised accounting software. And of course, there's many centralised accounting software applications available today. With the advent of the blockchain, there's a new way in which we can now send and receive information between our customers and our suppliers that overcomes the problem of inefficiency, particularly in data accuracy, because the system allows you to ensure that there's a single source of truth and that there can be no errors in the re-entry of information by either party.
So there's less risk involved, you would say?
Well, I think so, yes. It can be rest assured that once a document's been published or made available to the other party, it can't be tampered with.
Okay. So there is something called the multi-currency offline wallet. What can you tell us about that?
The wallet allows a user, whether they be a customer or supplier, to send and receive fiat and cryptocurrency. The wallet is offline, which means it's not connected to the internet. This means the money is safe and secure.
So is it something that you would have, say, in a hard drive of a computer? Is it a file? What exactly, to people who've never heard of it?
So the options for offline storage are many and varied. There's the ability to be able to transfer those funds onto a hardware device, or able to print it out on a sheet of paper and store those credentials offline in a safe, for example.
Okay. So tell me, what blockchain does BBILLER use, and if you have a reason why you chose a specific one?
We chose a year ago to go with the Ethereum blockchain for the purposes of raising funds through our ICO. In terms of the blockchain we'll use is largely dependent upon the customer's requirements. So remember, with BBILLER, a customer can make a proposal, and if they chose, for example, that they wanted their supply chain application on Ethereum, and the funds raised from, or say, Hyperledger, or EOS, or NEM, or NEO, the list goes on, we can, based upon market decisions, we can then build the system on any blockchain the majority of our customers would prefer. So
it's very much a supply and demand?
Indeed it is. There are many trade-offs in terms of scalability, programmability, longevity, and a cost associated with transactions that are executed in a blockchain.
So it could change in the future?
Absolutely. I think that's important. You not get locked down to a specific blockchain, that you have some flexibility, and since our company is directed by our customers rather than our management team, it gives a lot more scope to the market.
I think that is something very important for people to know, and they'd be very happy to hear that. And tell us about your upcoming ICO, and why would you choose to run an ICO? And for our viewers out there, can you explain what an ICO is? Sure.
The initial coin offer is a method of fundraising. It enables members of the public and other interested parties who have a vested interest in a project to invest a small amount of money and be involved directly in the success of that organisation.
Okay, and with BBILLER tokens, what would they be used for?
Well, in our ICO, we have three types. There's a security token that's purchased by our customers who have an interest in the software. A token for the purposes of balloting that enables the owner of that token to propose new features in our software. And if those features are accepted by the majority of the token holders, then the software gets built to meet their specific requirements. And the final one is one that actually runs your supply chain. So that's the one you buy in order to, say, send an invoice to your customer.
Okay. And would you be able to give us kind of a real-world example of where this could be used?
Well, wherever in business where it's necessary to ship goods and services across borders, across where there's multiple currencies involved, and where there's a difference in the number of different types of software that's out there, using a standard blockchain application from BBILLER enables easy transfer of information and money from a single software product.
So it just kind of makes it all easier when there's multi-currencies involved.
Well, that's right. I mean, it's quite difficult to have to convert, and if we can do that in the wallet.
So looking into the future, can you tell us a bit more about your roadmap?
What's coming up?
Yes.
Okay, well, the first module is the billing module. That's for non-purchase order invoices.
Okay.
The next module is payments, so that'll handle the currency conversion cross-border. After that is ordering, which handles non-purchase order invoices, dispatch and remittance advices.
Okay.
We have a tendering module that allow for large organisations such as governments and corporations to be able to go out to market for new products and services. There's also a logistics module that will handle shipping, but whether that be by road or sea or air. And the final module in the suite is for artificial intelligence and Internet of Things.
Okay. And do you have a timeline about when you would like to achieve these goals?
Yeah, we plan to have our first beta release out by the time our ICO commences. This is the end of 30th of September.
Okay.
That'll be used in a real world situation, and we've identified a number of customers that will be taking that software up.
Okay, awesome. And if people wanted to find out more information about BBILLER, where would they be able to go? Sure.
Well, our ICO starts on the 30th of September. It runs until the 1st of November. And they can visit our website where we're currently selling tokens on a pre-sales basis. It's a 75% discount to the public, more for private investors. And the website is bbiller.com.
Just bbiller.com. All right, well, thank you so much, Stephen. That is super interesting. I'm sure that there's a lot of information here for people to unpack. So if you do need more information, do go check out bbiller.com. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you for joining us here with me, Bianca McIntyre, on Crypto News Australia, your #1 source for everything crypto.